So this is a specific message for somebody. It's not going to resonate for everyone, but whoever I am talking to today, you definitely have experienced a very strong bond with somebody in this lifetime. I am getting that this was also the type of bond that it was very soulful, but I'm getting that there's a lot of past life energy surrounding this bond, and I'm getting that this is somebody that you have actually been married to in multiple past lives, right? I'm getting this energy of, you guys being a very strong couple at one point. For some of you, maybe you didn't get that far, right? But even if you didn't, there definitely was a different connection with this person, okay? And it was felt on both ends. This is the type of connection where, you experience telepathy together. You're able to kind of read each other's mind. You're able to kind of finish each other's sentences. It's that type of energy. You may have been married to this person with the Four of Wands here, but the Four of Wands is usually a twin flame card, and a marriage card. So even if you were not married to them in this lifetime, you may have been heavily committed to them. And even if you guys were not in a relationship yet, I do see that the bond, like the bond that you guys have, the soul bond, it literally is so strong, and it's been built over lifetimes. Like, it's not just something that, has been built in this life. It's been built in past lives and stuff, right? So it's like you have built such a strong bond with this person. Like, you guys recognize each other's souls, right? I do see you guys being so strong. Like, so strong in multiple lifetimes. You guys really do share the same interest. I am getting that it's like you guys are the same person. You're very similar. You both tend to kind of just click, okay, and go together. I just need 222 on the timer. Look, this is one of those readings where, it feels like it's not okay. So it's not for everyone, but whoever I am picking up on, like, this feels like it's something that you already know, okay? But I do see that this could be a little bit triggering, so I will put in a trigger warning at this time, because this one could, I feel like this one's gonna get deep, right? Now, one thing about you is you're somebody that you can really see through people, okay? You're somebody that has this energy, this gift of kind of seeing through people's like current mark and the way that they portray themselves. You're able to see people for their highest version, even if they have not embodied this version in this lifetime yet, right? You're able to kind of see that within people. You also have this gift where you're, and I just need 333 on the timer, you're able to kind of, you just really know what to say to people, okay? But you can see people, like, you can see their true intentions, you can see their heart, you see their soul, right? You see them for who they could be, okay? And you see, again, a lot of potential in people. I am getting this energy where you have seen this person's true potential, okay? Now, maybe you haven't. Maybe you haven't seen this person's true potential in this lifetime, but you can see it, okay? And I am getting that you have seen, glimpses of this person's highest self. And I'm getting that, you're really holding that close to your heart. There definitely has been some interference here, okay? I am getting that, look, with the Magician reversed, this could indicate, some type of spiritual attack, right? This could indicate some type of spell work, right? It also could indicate a very like manipulative spirit. I paused that on 505. So again, maybe this is spiritual manipulation. I'm going to pull more cards in a moment, but maybe this is spiritual manipulation. Maybe somebody using spell work or something like that to kind of destroy this connection. Or it also could be somebody that is like a manipulator, okay, and they're trying to get into people's head, right? I'm gonna get deeper into it, but when I see this card with no context, that's what it could mean, right? But I do see that your person had, like, they've changed, okay? They've really changed here with the Six of Wands and the Strength reversed. This is somebody that out of nowhere, something had kind of boosted their ego. Like, I'm getting that they're definitely in their ego at the moment. I'm getting that something may have happened with the Six of Wands key. Maybe they got some type of public recognition. Maybe they're in the public eye. Maybe there's some type of recognition here, right? Where they have kind of got this ego boost. And look, this usually happens when people get this type of recognition and, you know, they have a lot of eyes on them. But the thing is here is this person really did fail the test here, because I do see that there was a test, and with this type of connection as well, with this divine connection, you're always going to have people that are trying to come in between it. Like, you know, you always are going to go through lessons and, you know, just you will be faced with energy that will really test the connection. And you may feel like everything in trying to, you know, come at you, break you guys up, okay, or keep you guys apart. And again, you know, with this type of connection, that does happen. But the thing in here is, if you are strong enough to stay together or to, like, kind of see past it, right, the connection grows stronger every single time. And up to now, in every single lifetime, this connection had got very strong. It's a very powerful divine connection. It's one of those connections that make people believe in love, okay? Like, this is like a real life love story that I'm picking up on here. Again, a lot of past life energy with the Six of Cups here. Definitely a strong soul bond. But also I'm getting that you may have known this person your whole lifetime, maybe since childhood. With the Six of Cups as well, maybe you have children with this person. This is a very strong connection. Nobody kind of expected it to ever end, okay? That's the type of connection that you're dealing with here. And it's 8:08 on my actual clock. But I do see that, look, this person at this current time, they're under some type of heavy manipulation, whether it's spiritual, whether it's physical, you know, whether they have somebody in their ear, okay, or whether it's like, it feels like somebody that's kind of boosting their ego, or the situation that is boosting their ego. And again, it's like they're not themselves right now. They're acting very out of character. So it's because this person's getting this attention right now. But the thing is, right, whatever this person's getting attention for right now, it's something that's not going to last forever, okay? This is something that the attention that they're getting is temporary, okay? It's not going to last forever. But the things that they're doing and the decisions that they're making, is going to actually impact them forever, right? I paused that on 10:01. But the decisions that they're making, like, this is actually going to impact their life for a very long time. Even though they're dealing with some type of attention or ego boost that's not going to last forever. In fact, them choosing whether it's material items or like attention, ego boost, whatever it is, validation, them choosing that over this divine connection, right? It's actually the beginning of their downfall. Because this was kind of a test for this person. And again, this is a very strong connection, and this person, they have been led down the wrong path, but they have made every decision here. And they've made the decisions that serve their ego, not their soul, right? But what I say here is because you have this gift of kind of seeing through people and seeing them for their highest potential and seeing them for, their highest self, right? You may actually have a hard time here accepting that this person, like, what I mean by this is, like, you may have a hard time not accepting that this person is like this, but just actually realizing that this person had changed, okay? They're not operating from their highest version. So you may deal with this a lot with people because, again, you're somebody that you just naturally see people for the highest version of them. You see them for their potential. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I really need to clear my storage on my laptop, but we're back. And what I was saying is you may deal with a lot of disappointment because you do see, people for the highest version of themselves, even if they're not in that energy, right? So even if they're somebody that, they're not operating from the highest version of themselves, or they're not like kind of stepping into their full potential, you see that within them. And it can, lead to disappointment if people decide, not to step into that version of themselves, or not to kind of step into their full potential. So I do see this energy here where it's like you are viewing this person still for the person that, like, is their, highest self, okay? You are seeing this person for somebody that, again, unfortunately at this time, they do not embody this, okay? They do not embody this energy whatsoever at all. I do see that the things that they are doing to you and just in general, like, they have changed, okay? They're operating from their ego. They're operating from, trying to seek validation. They're operating from trying to get attention. They also, the things they're doing, Ace of Swords reversed, they're not who they used to be. So one thing about this person is they used to be very honest with you. They used to be somebody that, they were really truthful. That was one thing about them, they definitely would always tell the truth, okay? They were somebody who really stood for good things, but now, Ace of Swords reversed, they're not even themselves, right? They're not acting from their authenticity. This person, they're lying, okay? They're betraying people, they're hurting people, they're even walking away from people, manipulating people, right? With the Seven of Swords here. So it's like they're doing things that, again, it's not them. This person, again, they used to be somebody that was a very good person, okay? Somebody that, again, I'm getting even religious. I'm getting somebody that was maybe spiritual if they were not religious. I'm just getting, like, an honest, authentic person, and all of a sudden this person had just changed to somebody that is very dishonest, somebody that you can no longer rely on, you can no longer trust, you can no longer, like, I'm getting even negotiate with, right? And again, like, all this attention has really got to this person's head. And they're doing things that are so out of character for them. This is somebody that has literally lost their touch. They've lost their spark. They've lost their authenticity. And they've done this by stepping into their ego. Because here's the thing. When they were operating from their authenticity, from their highest version, right? Which again, they may not have identified that version of them as their highest version, but they were in their authenticity. They were being themselves. When they were like this, that was their spark, okay? That's why people loved them. That's why people were drawn to them. Now, like, they've stepped into their ego, like, things have got to their head, okay? Their pride is on level 100 at the moment, okay? So now what's happening is this person, they're being very not authentic, okay? They're doing things because they think, they're going to fit in. They're doing things for other people's validation. They're doing things because of, again, it's like they're trying to get validation. And all while doing this and trying to kind of chase this validation, it's like they have lost touch with their true self. So I do see that, yeah, there was definitely something, I'm getting like very Libra energy at the moment, but I'm getting like this person in the past, they would always have to like make sure everything was fair, okay? That's one thing about them, like Libra energy, like they kind of everything needed to be fair. They were very fair. They would stand up for what was right. They may have tried to help people. Now it's like they're just so self-absorbed and they're so worried about what other people are thinking about them. They're doing things because, like, they're literally leaving behind their true self to do things that they think, like, they think it's going to get them, like, validation, right? They're being very immature, and I'm getting that. The thing is, whatever got them attention, especially if they're somebody that's in the public eye with the Six of Wands here, say they got a lot of attention for something. And even if it's like not in the public eye, just they're getting a lot of attention in their community, it's like people are now walking away from them. People have now become very disinterested in them. And why? It's because why people were so drawn to this person is because of their authenticity. And that used to show, like, their authenticity used to show. It used to radiate, right? It used to draw people in. It used to make people feel safe. Now it's like they have changed completely and they're very egotistic and materialistic, and it's like you may not even recognize them. They're doing things for people's validation, they're wearing things to fit in, like they're just not themselves anymore. They seem to be so self-absorbed and it's really showing, right? This person, love and reverse clarified by the Six of Wands. Like, they're not in their heart. They're not in their heart. Like, they're a completely different person at the moment. Again, something has really got to this person's head. This person, they're just not the same. They're not the same. They've become a different person. Like, they want people to fight over them, they think that they're some pride. I am getting, look, if this was a relationship or something, like, they definitely got sidetracked, right? They definitely got influenced by succubus energies, okay, like latching onto them for attention, for opportunity. They definitely got carried away here. And again, now what's happening in the people that are around them only want them for one thing, which is like their money, their status, or whatever they have, all while they're actually losing that because people are now walking away from them. Okay, people are now moving away. So, this is one of those situations where somebody had a choice to stay loyal to themselves, to stay loyal to this connection. And this is not just a little relationship I'm picking up on. This is like such a deep, soulful connection. As I mentioned, that like you've been with this person for lifetimes, right? And this lifetime, their ego took over, okay? Their ego took over, and I do need them getting carried away, and like they're different. They've changed. You don't know this person, okay? You know the old version of them, or you know the highest version of them, whether they have met that version or not. But you don't know this version. They don't even know this version. They're acting so out of character and so different. And again, it's them acting out of ego. And do you know what? Ego can really destroy things like the divine connection. That's what's happened here. Let me see. Is there anything else? This used to be somebody that you could trust. This used to be somebody that wanted to protect you, that, you know, really valued the connection between you two. But the thing is, look, they're not themselves. And there's definitely some type of... There's an energy surrounding them that wants attention, okay? This person's been getting a lot of attention. So they want attention, so it's like they've clinged on to this person. And you, for a long time, you may have felt kind of in this Queen of Swords energy, especially if this person was lying to you, okay? You may have felt like very Queen of Swords, like, you know, very kind of, not in your heart center, but just like guarded, okay? Again, I am getting that every time you feel that, it's this person trying to bring other people into their energy. Like, I'm not sure if you are still connected to this person. Because if you are still connected to this person, that's crazy. The things that they're doing is actually insane. I just seen 1111. Now I understand that, you know, circumstances are different for everyone, but the things that they have done, you need to disconnect from them. Like, you actually need to, because they will end up hurting you, right? Maybe you don't 100% know about the things that they've done, but I feel like that's impossible. You could definitely at least feel a shift in energy. But yeah, this person here, like, they are being very reckless with their life force. You've been connected to them for a long time, so it may feel very difficult to let go of this type of connection. But the thing is here, it is crucial for your own, like, for your own sake here, right? Your own sanity. Because this person, they're not who they were, okay? And that could cause a lot of bitterness and resentment. But it also, you know, I am getting that, you know, it may be causing a lot of bitterness because you know their true potential and you know their heart and you know their highest version. And they're not acting from that anymore. So of course, like, it feels like you feel frustrated. Okay, so what you need to do is you really need to kind of take a step back and let them. Okay, let them do what they need to do. What they're doing, okay? And you have to have faith that Because trust me when I say, like, look, yeah, maybe this connection here, it's over. I'm not saying that it's over 100%. You know, if you want a part two, let me know in the comments. But it's definitely for, at this moment, like, this person, you don't recognize them, right? They're not acting the same. They're not acting as the version that wants to love and protect you. So, again, you need to really, like, disconnect for your sake. Because, again, if you start to kind of, or if you keep this person around, this person will start to drain your life force. And you will start to look different, feel different. You will start to act different, okay? You will have no life. And you will just be very bitter and angry. So it is, for, you know, you need to disconnect from this person. While this person had kind of, you know, stopped aligning with you, once you get back to yourself and take your power back, you will reconnect or connect with somebody that you do align with, okay? Trust and believe. So, we have Taurus energy here, we have Gemini energy here, we have Leo energy, Scorpio energy, Libra energy, as I mentioned before, Pisces energy, and did I say Gemini energy? Strong Gemini energy. So, that's all I have for you guys. If it resonated, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next reading.